clicked on this video to learn how Wataru, an 18-year-old professional footballer, made $5,400 in his first 30 days appointment setting. Well, you're in the right place because in this video, I'm gonna break it down. Before we hear directly from Wataru and his experience with no cuts, appointment setting, I wanted to give him a quick shout out because he just came off making his pro debut for Sydney FC, probably the biggest footballing club in Australia. He made his debut and he scored an awesome assist in his game. That's huge. At the time of recording, he was about 31 days into his appointment setting role, so we'll call it a month, and he made 5.4K. I hope this video is valuable. Let's get into it. So I'm excited for this video, for this case study, because Wataru, what you've done like in the last 30 days, your first 30 days is pretty huge, right? But first of all, I'm excited for having you on here. Tell the people who you are, what sport you're playing, and all of that, anything you want the guys to know.
Well, I'm Wataru, I'm 18, just graduated high school, and I'm playing football currently for Sydney FC, and yeah, just, living life.
Nice. Cool. So hey, tell the people, what has the last 30 days, like your first 30 days, been for you appointments in?
Well, it's been pretty good actually. I landed a good role. My coach is really nice guy, and he helps me learn so much. Even just we have a chat every few days as well. So it's been a good experience, and I've made some good money, so it's been good.
Nice. If we were to talk some numbers here for the people wondering, how much have you made in the last month?
I've made 5.4K in total.
In commissions, profit?
Yeah.
I mean, at 18, I think the best place to start for us is where you were at, not even that long ago, but 2 to 3 months ago when we got started. Because you were, tell the people, if I would ask you, where were you at before you got started with appointment setting?
Well, I was still in high school, but I was obviously training every day. I wasn't really going too much to school, maybe 1 or 2 periods a day. Mm-hmm. And I was making a little bit from football, but not too much. And I was trying to find for ways to make more money online. Mm-hmm. Because it's becoming a big thing these days. And I was looking at stuff like drop shipping, affiliate marketing, looked into all that, and I don't know, it was kind of hard to get into. And then my friend Kent actually was saying I'm getting onto this thing called appointment setting. And at the start, to be honest, I was what are you doing? And then he said he started making some decent money. Mm-hmm. And also Titus as well, since I'm close with him. I had a chat with him as well, and I just ended up joining the course.
Sure. Cool. So apart from your friends and Ken making I think it was 2.5 grand in his first month, did anything stand out to you about appointment setting?
It was just I think the fact that you can do it from anywhere. Mm-hmm. And just whenever you want is kind of the big thing, because obviously I can't be texting during training. Mm-hmm. And not too much when I'm actually with the boys. Sure. And eating lunch and stuff. So just being able to DM people whenever you want is kind of just sounded pretty easy. And from the sounds of it, Ken just made it sound like he was making money just texting people. So which is literally what it is. So yeah, it just sounded like a great idea.
Yeah. Okay. I remember our call when we got started, because obviously you're playing professionally at 18 for the biggest football club in Australia. But from what I remember is you were training from 9 a.m. to 3. And then before you found appointment setting, you were kind of just playing FIFA or wasting your time, not doing anything very useful.
yeah, like um come home, yeah, and basically be on FIFA till like 6, or watch
Yeah.
Netflix until 6, and then have dinner, have nothing to do, just like I was literally not wasting my life, but it was a boring life. Like
Mhm.
I wasn't doing much. Um, yeah, it was just, it was fun, but it wasn't the most like effective use of
Fulfilling.
time, I guess.
Mhm. For sure, right? So playing FIFA now, obviously, like you've made 4.4K in like your first 30 days, but do you feel another reason like why this has been so valuable for you is because like you're actually doing something useful, you're learning sales, you're learning about business at the same time?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons I joined was because I wanted to learn about sales
Hmm.
and just like how to sell to people. I think it's an important skill to learn, just like communication, things like that. And it just seemed like a valuable thing to learn. And yeah, so yeah, it was good idea.
I mean, has getting into the online space, working with the business owner, like talking to him every single day, someone making 40, 50 grand a month, do you feel like you've learned a lot already and it's been like a month?
Yeah, like he obviously teaches me a lot of things, aside like appointment setting, just like, and it helps me like think like he does as well.
Mm,
How to make more money, like not just being satisfied at what I'm making now, but um, using that money that I'm getting to make more money. So
for sure.
I think, yeah, being around him and talking to him nearly every day is definitely very like it's a very good experience for me,
Hmm.
and I'm learning a lot right now, so it's been good.
Yeah. So it's funny, your coach, the business owner you're working with, what he lives like 20 minutes away from you.
Yeah, yeah. He dropped me off a book like 2 weeks ago to read
Yeah.
about negotiating,
Yeah.
and I've nearly read it all, but yeah, it's funny how he lives so close.
That is pretty funny because most of the businesses I've worked with, and a lot of the guys as well, they're like in America, overseas. So like they don't
Mm.
even meet the guy, but Jared, he just showed up to your house and like dropped the book off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so you mentioned like 5.4K first month, and you're just texting people. Like, how much are you texting? Are you spending 10 hours a day doing it, or what does it look like for you?
Honestly, like this is how my day goes. So I wake up at around like 7:30. I have breakfast. I'll shower. I have breakfast. And then I'll probably respond to people that texted overnight
Hmm.
for like 15 minutes, like 15, like 20 minutes. And then I'll head to training. And like I'll text in between, like, from 9 to 10, like a few times. And then training starts at 10:30. So I'll put my phone down from like around 10 to like around 1, which is when lunch starts. So I'm not texting anyone during that time. And then when I get back on my phone after training, then I'll message a couple people who responded. And most of the work is done when I come back home, which is like around 3, 4 o'clock. And I'll do my outreaches, which takes around, like, honestly, it takes like around 15, 20 minutes again. And then from there, it's like follow-ups as well, another 10 minutes. Like, um, so honestly, like, I think I'm using max like 2, 3 hours a day. But to be honest, I know I can be working more and making more money, but
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, like I got other things to do as well. So I
for
guess that's
sure.
that's one of the good parts of appointment setting.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely work more. You could push it up to five, but it's like you made 5.5 grand this month, working 2 to 3 hours a day. Like being
Mm,
18, being a professional footballer, making money from that, like you're on a really good salary if you like add everything together right now to where like a big reason why you did this, I remember from our call, is so you can have like the location freedom, but also the time freedom, right? Like you're not stressing a lot, you're not working a lot. You spend 3 hours a day max messaging people, you make 5.5 grand a month, and then you just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to work more, like how much more money do you think you could make? Where do you feel you would cap out appointment setting?
Like, to be honest, I don't really think about it because, you know, it's gonna make me think like, oh, I can make more money. But
Yeah.
like honestly, if I spent like more time, like 5 hours a day, I think I could be going to like pushing like 8 grand, 7-8 grand.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. What's eight grand a month times 12? I didn't finish high school, I don't know. 96, almost 100 grand a year on Instagram. Like that sounds too good to be true. People are watching this, they think this is a scam. They think this isn't true, whatever. Right? Like,
yeah.
Break it down for the people. Like, how is that actually possible? Like, why does Jared pay you at this stage for working 2 hours a day, like 4.5K?
Well, it's mostly because as a business owner, I guess he's got a lot of things to do as well. You know, actually running the business, like marketing, all that. So texting people is probably one of the easier things in his business. And me taking on that role is obviously frees up a lot of time for him.
Yeah.
For him to like, you know, actually scale the business as well. So I guess that's why I'm also a valuable part to his business. And that's why he also pays me a commission.
For sure.
But yeah, I think like the more money he makes, the more money I make. Like it's like we work for each other, and the better like one of us does, or the better both of us does, like we both like, you know, excel. So yeah.
I mean, like you're getting paid based off the appointments you book that close, so how much money you earn him and his business, right? To where it's in his interest to make you as good as possible, to push you up as a person, but also as an appointment setter, because everybody wins, right? So that's why he dropped off a book at your house. That's why he's talking to you, trying to help you, because he makes what is it, like 3 grand per close, and he just has to pay you like 10%, right?
Yeah.
Of course, he's gonna want you to make as much money as possible and book as many calls as well.
Yeah.
So with that, like first month, he hit like almost 60K, 50K this month?
Yeah, I think he's hit 50. Yeah, close to hitting or hit 50K.
In like total revenue.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, he's paying for ads, the people you're talking to. He's doing all of these things, but the good thing is that he's just paying you like 10% of the revenue. So like everything that you get paid for is just pure profit into your bank account. Is that another thing where like you don't have to start a business, you don't have to do all of these things, you kind of just, what you put in is what you get out directly? Yeah,
like I think appointment setting is a lot on how much effort and how much skill you have. Since it's a commission-based thing, I think the better you are, the more you'll earn. So it's different from other jobs, like, you know, like let's say you work at Macca's, like anyone can do that. But with this job, I think a lot of it is common sense, but you know, you have to get good at that skill of texting people, negotiating, and actually getting them onto the call. So there's a lot of things to learn, but once you get good, it's, you know, it's a valuable asset, I think. And one of the main reasons why like business owners want to hire appointment setters.
For sure. So do you feel it was valuable to you, like getting some help with me, with the one-on-one calls we had, with the group coaching calls, you like being able to message me? Was that valuable in you like learning the skill set properly? Yeah,
100%. Like, yeah, without like the help that I got, definitely wouldn't have like made as much as I made and have the
Mhm.
skills that I have right now. And like, I still have a lot to learn. Um, I'm nowhere near like the level I want to be at.
Mhm.
Um, and I want to be making more and be more effective, I guess. So I
Mhm.
can like close more leads that we get, so I can save time and also make more money. But yeah, like it's been a lot of help. Like I do text you quite often, like asking for help, and like you respond quite quickly. So and those have actually closed quite a lot of calls. And yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's been valuable, even like after you're making money on a roll as well, not just getting you there, right?
Mm.
For that, a big reason, and this is what I heard from Jared, big reason why he hired you is because he knew of me. Do you
Mm.
think do you think it was valuable that like that you had that guidance with me and these businesses kind of knew of that as well?
Yeah, like the knowledge that you have, like no glaze, but like it's very valuable. And um like like he obviously like wants to work with you as well, and
Hmm,
the skill sets that you have is invaluable to him as well. So having you by my side is definitely adds to my value. And um yeah, it's a key factor, I think,
yeah,
in getting hired. I think, yeah, having like the connects that you have is important to have.
for sure. I mean, I remember pretty funny, but you hopped on a call with him to work for him as his appointment setter. You told him that you knew me or you were working with me, and then he just cancelled all the other calls with the other appointment setters he was going to interview as well.
Yeah.
Right. That's I mean that's pretty funny. But like he knew one of the guys that's been on my channel as well, Adam Bunnell, and one of like my guys, Titus, is working with him as well.
Mm.
For sure. But hey, from when we got started, what is it? Is it 3 months ago now? Two?
I think 2 months.
2 months. Cool.
Yeah.
And in that, like it was 30 days as of yesterday, 5.4K in your bank account. Like, what does the journey look like from, say, when you got started, not to kick some dirt in your face, but like kind of broke, playing FIFA all day, to learning a skill set, and now making like 5.5 grand in your first month? What has that like been overall? How is it, I guess, improved your life, you could say?
Yeah, like I feel like I have a lot more freedom.
Hmm.
And just when I go out like with mates, I don't have to like kind of hold back too much. I can just like pay for my own food. I can pay for theirs as well sometimes. And it is a good feeling to have that kind of freedom, to be able to spend a bit of money without
Hmm.
worrying too much about what's in the bank. So it's been a good start. And first few weeks was probably a bit harsh, a bit rough, because finding that coach can tend to be hard. I think I struggled like longer than probably most others did, but yeah, I did manage to find a good role. So yeah, it was all worth it.
For sure. So like obviously I've been an athlete. I didn't play pro for Sydney. But that was the goal. Is like a big thing for you, not worrying about finances or doing a job and just spending a few hours a day on Instagram messaging and then like focusing on football. Like did that help you as a footballer?
Yeah, I think not having to worry about finances too much is definitely like, you know, helps me relax. And I mean, I guess not relax, but I don't think about it too much anyway.
Mhm.
But it's just like it's not in the back of my mind constantly. And being able to like go out for dinner and stuff, that stuff definitely takes my mind off football when I do need a break sometimes. So yeah, it's more of the things I'm able to do with the money that I'm getting. that helps me take my mind off football.
So with that, like, Jared started working with you and me at like, he was right around 10K a month. He just crossed 50 in like 30 days. So like both of us, we added 40 grand to his business in like the last 30 days. And with that, obviously he's very happy with you. He actually offered to like fly you out to Europe. Is that something you want
What?
to, like Jared, like he's wanting to take you on a trip for making him money. Do you remember him talking about that?
Oh, like, yeah, going overseas together. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty crazy. You met this guy 30 days ago. You've built a connection online. You guys have actually met, but do you feel like the relationships you build online, getting into the online space, is something else that is like valuable as well?
Yeah, like, I mean, it is pretty crazy. Like, the fact that he's, offering me to take me overseas somewhere together. I think that's hectic. Making new friends along the way as well, I think is valuable. And I think the biggest thing is like being around the people that, are in a better position than you, I guess. And trying to learn off them is valuable. So yeah, I have like a good relationship with him, and he's like such a nice guy. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's happened pretty damn quickly. Like we got started, it took, again, like a bit longer than most people, which I know can be demotivating at the start. Took like maybe, what was it, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that to get you there. But now, first month in, 5.5 grand. Like, are you glad you got started with this?
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you ask me, like, if I hadn't started this, it'd be the same. Like, honestly, I probably would have got bored of FIFA by now because it's died down, and like it's always like that. But probably just be watching Netflix all day and doing nothing. Like, I mean, I still am watching Netflix, and I'm just texting people on the side. But it's better if you're making money. So yeah, I'm very glad I got started, and yeah, it's been very good so far.
For sure, cool. Well, it's like learning a skill set online. You can pay for it in 2 ways, like with time, trying to figure it out on your own, or you can like pay someone to get some help with all of this. When we got started, obviously you knew Ken, you knew Titus as well, but like, was it, I guess, a bit nerve-wracking or scary committing to something upfront online, like even because we hadn't met? Like, how did that feel in the moment when you were paying me?
Obviously, upfront payment is scary, and the fact that there is a risk of not being able to make that money back tends to linger in everyone's mind, I think. It's what makes everyone hold back from actually investing in a course. But I think for me, from what I heard from Ken and Titus, was like, if you put the effort in, like, it will come back. Like, I think it's just a matter of, are you willing to really put in that effort and time and grind it out instead of like giving up. So I think also paying up front also helps you to put in that effort, because you know that there's like that money that's been taken out your account and you need to put it back in. So I think it also helps with, helping with that mindset of wanting to get that money back. And that's also what that's what I was working towards at the start, just to make my money back. But yeah, I did that pretty quickly, so it was good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. So obviously you can call it a course with you want, you can call it whatever you want. Do you feel there was value in, instead of me just slapping you in the school group and giving you some modules to watch, that you could actually message me as much as you want? We had one-on-one calls, we had the weekly calls with the group as well. Was that like why you feel you got where you are now so quickly, rather than just giving you a course?
Like, to be honest, I think what's more valuable than the course is like actually being able to connect with you. And like, I think the calls that I had, being able to text you, is way more valuable than the actual course itself, because you know, you can get into the specifics, and obviously there's like much more broader topics to cover in those courses, and it does give you like a base knowledge of what you're getting into. But I think being able to actually ask you questions, and like, you know, like you're available throughout the day. So being able to do that I think is way more valuable to me, and it was very valuable for me. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So with that, I think last week or the week before, made a debut for Sydney FC and you got an assist. How was that?
It feels great. Yeah.
Yeah, just great.
Amazing. Like it's something you work towards for a long time. Like it's like making my debut. I mean, it's been like a year since I signed my contract, and it's been a long wait, but it was a very good feeling, and like having family and friends there to watch as well.
Yeah.
Very good feeling.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's the goal for every single athlete. If you're playing Sydney FC or if you're above or below, whatever, like kind of doing that and like performing on like the big stage, I guess. But obviously, you're not satisfied yet. Obviously, like the goal is become a starter at Sydney, whatever it is, move to a bigger club. But people don't care too much about you as a footballer. That's not why they're here. Like, what's the goal for you with appointment setting, making money online from here?
I think in terms of a short goal, I think I want to scale Jared's business up to like 80K, 100K a month. That way I'll be making like 8K, 10K a month. I think also after that, I want to be getting into like closing as well. Want to learn about that, and you know, it's like this sounds like it will be very long time away, I hope, but like maybe if I do retire, yes, this kind of sounds stupid because I'm only 18, but like I also want to maybe start my own business, you know, and I think this is like a very good base knowledge to have, like since I'm learning a lot about Jared's business as well.
Yeah.
So then I can like understand how it all works and all that. So yeah, it's like a very long-term like vision, I guess, but
For sure.
yeah, I would want to start my own business one day as well.
Yeah, cool. I mean, when I got started at appointment setting, I just turned 18, right? And then now obviously like I'm in a position where I'm helping athletes do the same thing. So it happens like quicker than you can imagine. If you kind of you start with something like 2 months ago, you were just playing FIFA all day. Now you've made 5.5 grand. You're interested in sales, you're interested in business. And you like, would you say from getting into this, your goals have like become higher? You're striving for more?
Yeah, like 100%. I think making that start is probably the hardest thing. Like all things are, like it's a risk to start, and I think it was a risk for me to start as well. But like once you get started, I think there's no going back, and I hope to just, you know, scale up from here as well, get better at what I'm doing, and you know, hopefully help his business to grow as well.
For sure. I mean, the bottom line is, and I said this to you on the call, but if you do the exact same thing, like you're going to be in the exact same place, where if you would have just stayed playing FIFA, you would be there now, right? If you don't make a new decision, even if it's scary, even if it's new, whatever, if you don't change, nothing's going to change in your life.
Yeah.
But for you getting to 8K, even hitting 10K, what do you feel you need to do as an appointment setter to get Jared's business there where you're making 10 grand a month?
I think I need to get better at what I'm doing. Like I'm still in the DMs, like still not good enough, not where I want to be. And that's why I keep sending you messages, because, you know, I can always be sending better responses. And I think I am getting better. Like the thought processes are getting a lot clearer, and starting to think about, you know, if I say this, then he says this, I'll say this, like, you know, thinking into the future as well. So I'm taking it step by step, but, you know, I'm just going to have to up my skills and, you know, if I can spend more time on it, I'll spend more time as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can. Like, we both know that you could probably do a bit more work appointment setting.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, hey, pretty crazy. First 30 days, 5.4K as an 18-year-old, like pro footballer. I think for the guys watching this, or even girls, hey, not going to say no to that if anyone wants to get started. But I hope this like case study, whatever you want to call it, has been valuable. I think we covered a lot. You answered about what it actually looks like as well. Do you have last things you want to say to anyone watching about me, about making money online, getting started, or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it's just that making that first step, getting yourself across that first line where you're making a risk, I think is what holds people back the most. And I think, just you just got to believe that you'll put in that effort, and, you know, it's proven, like, you can make money off this. And yeah, like, a lot of young guys think it's a big risk to make that upfront payment, but I think it's like really worth it.
So I hope you guys found that video valuable, how an 18-year-old can make 5.4K in his first month using 2 to 3 hours a day, just texting people on Instagram in his first month. And he only got started 2 months ago. Yes, it sounds too good to be true. But if you want the same results Wataru's gotten, if you're an athlete looking to quit your 9 to 5, or even just learn a valuable skill set on the side of your job, what I want you to do, below this video, there's a video that breaks down what appointment setting actually is. You probably have a lot of questions. It's going to break down how it works and whether this is even a thing for you with your goals. So if you want to learn a bit more, you actually want to make an income online, learn a valuable skill set, there's a video below. Can answer all the questions you have. And if you watch that video, you think it's worth having chat about whether this is for you, book in a call with me. From that video, there's going to be a calendar event. You're going to book in a call with me one-on-one, and we can see if this is something that we can get you started with. I hope this video was valuable again. Have a great day.